What's up, YouTube? George's Silver Hunter back with another $500 quarter hunt. We are still on our crusade to fill out this National Park quarter book. I think we've only got 3 or 4 spots left to fill. We're hoping we're going to do it in this box. Let's jump into it. So this is episode 9 in our series to fill out our America the Beautiful Park book. As you can see, the reason I had the rubber band on this was that I opened these at the bank to make sure I get circulated quarters, because I've had a few boxes in the recent months where they've all been 2022s. As you can see here, we do have a well-circulated box, and this guy's standing a little tall. I won't be surprised if we have a couple extra quarters in this one, but I didn't see anything jumping out at us here on top. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this box. Before we do that, though, I do want to bring you in and just show you those couple of spots we have left to fill in the book. We have 2 over here on the Philadelphia side. This Washington 2011 has just been the bane of our existence. We haven't been able to find it. And we have this Arizona 2010 from Philly. And on the Denver side, all we have left is this 2011 Washington. So we do need that Washington P and D, and this book will be pretty much done. So with that said, we are hunting quarters. If you've never done this before, I do have a document in the description down below this video that talks about all the various coins that we hunt for. But in quarters, we're looking for 1964 and earlier. Those would be our silver quarters. Then there's a whole bunch of quarter varieties and mint errors that we're going to look for. And a lot of them are in the America the Beautiful series, but there's other ones like the Spitting Eagle from 1983. There's some DDOs, which is double die obverses and double die reverses from 65 and 66. We're always looking for proofs. We're looking for S business strikes, which are clad, but they're not proofs. And we are looking for our West Point quarters, which are only in the year 2020 and 2019. And some of those quarters can go for as much as $60 on eBay. So we've always got our eye open for those. Anything I'm putting up here, they're things that I'm going to put under the scope and check to see if maybe we have some sort of die variety on them. If we happen to find one, I will be sure to bring you in. This Crossing the Delaware has a great crown die chip up there on the top of the hat. That one didn't have it, but we're always on the lookout for it. All the 2022 quarters have a Drooling George that we're going to look for. The Homestead has a bunch of DDRs, a leaky bucket, a snow on the roof. Like I said, if I happen to find those, I will be sure to grab you in and show you what it looks like under the scope, so you know what you're looking for in your future coin roll hunts. So let me just finish this roll up. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, and I will bring you guys in if we find something. And if there's some finds right here, you'll be right back in here in a second. We're on roll number 3, and in this roll, I'm done going through it, but I pulled 2 of the new Sally Ride 2022 quarters that have 2 errors that you can look for in your hunts. The first one being probably the easiest to find of all of the new 2022 errors is the Drooling George, and it's where we get a little die chip right here in the corner of George's mouth. These are a little bit kind of a dime a dozen, but if you find a really big die chip, these can be worth a couple of bucks. Now, this coin's seen better days. Looks like George here has a little road rash. Maybe he wrecked his motorcycle. We'll hang on to it, though. And this one is new for me. I've not found one of these, and I have no idea how common they are. But we have here another Sally Ride, and I'm going to put it under the scope here. But we have a little pimple here on the nose, a little die chip right there. I've seen that on the new Anime Wong quarters, but I don't think I've ever found one on the Sally Ride or any of the other 2022 quarters. So I think that's pretty cool. We'll put that aside. Well, this has been an incredibly slow box of quarters. We are on roll 28. Just to pull you in really quickly, we've got 5 Philly bicentennials, and I always pull all the bicentennials. I have 3 of the Denver bicentennials, all checked for the DDO. I did find one more Drooling George that I didn't bring you in for. And of course, I have the 2 errors that I showed you before. That one roll up here that was really tall, I did just pull 2 extra quarters out of there just to keep track. It was loaded with 2 extra quarters, so I'm 50 cents ahead on the book, or on the box. But the main reason I'm bringing you in is we have an Olympic 2011. This is the Washington, and I need both the Philly and the Denver. So it does not matter what mint mark this is because I need it for the book either way. And it looks like we have the Philly. So now all I need to finish out the book is this same quarter with a Denver mint mark. And I do need that Philly, Oregon, I believe is what it is. Maybe, actually, I'm sorry, it's the Arizona. The Philly, Arizona. So that'll go up on the board, and we're going to keep on hunting. So we are done with this box, and it was a pretty bad box. So I think I'm going to add a second one on here. But just to recap that first box, we had 2 extra quarters in one roll. I believe we've got, well, I know we have 1 book filler, and we've got 1 potential upgrade. I'll check that at the end. We did have a error here where we've got a little bit of a die chip on Washington's nose from one of the 2022 quarters. We had a couple of good Drooling George examples. We had 14 Philadelphia bicentennials, and we had 4 Denver bicentennials. That's just not a typical box for me, so we are going to try to hunt another box and make this one a little bit more interesting. So we were finally able to get another box of quarters. It's been about 10, maybe 15 days since I filmed box 1. I think we're on episode 9 of the series, but I got this at my local Wells Fargo. As you can see, I've already sorted the coins. I opened this at the bank, and I understood from looking at the coins about half the box was going to end up being brand new quarters between the Otero Warrens and the new Anime Wongs. So while I was there, I asked if they had any customer wrapped, and they only had, the teller I talked to anyway, only had 7 rolls. So we're going to tack that onto this hunt. That said, I'm going to do this entire box and these as part of this second box. And, as you know, we're trying to fill out that book. And based on box number 1, we've only got, like, I think 2 spots left. So let's jump into it. So let's start with these customer wrapped guys. I'm going to go ahead and just do one here live on camera. We'll get it open just in case there's any silver in there. And, I will definitely bring you guys in if we find any silver. But I didn't see any of that one. Let's go ahead and just open up 2 or 3 of these, just in case we get lucky here. Come on. Maybe we'll go from this end. Any silver? No. All right, let's do one of these red rolls, and then I'll go off camera and start sorting through these things and bring you guys in at the finds. Let's see. No silver there. Okay, well, let me dig into these. Hopefully we'll find some W's or some proofs or something. Hopefully see you soon. All I have to say about this box is just wow. The first box I was a little disappointed in because we had so few finds. Granted, we did have a couple of book fillers, which was really cool because we're down to, I think, just 3 spots left in the book. But this box, I literally ripped through it. Granted, half the box was brand new 2022 quarters. But we had 1 metal detector find, which you can always tell from the color of the coin, right? This has been buried in the dirt and cleaned up a little bit. Nothing special there, but anytime I find a metal detector find, I like to call it out. Because I know a lot of folks in this community are also metal detectors. We did have 6 Philadelphia bicentennials, and a couple that looked pretty good. We had, let's see here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 9 Denver bicentennials, which I do make rolls of these and sell them from time to time. So it was a nice little hunt for bicentennials, but that's it. I didn't find a Homestead error, not a Crossing the Delaware error. I don't even think I had a Drooling George that was big enough to care about. So this was just really, really weird. I've had a real tough go these last couple of weeks with coins. I'm going to hope after Christmas, maybe into the new year, they pick up a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So I'm not going to show you the book here at the end. I already think I showed you the book after the first box. And if I didn't, I'll insert it right here. But I did just plug in, I think, 1 or 2 coins. And I just have a couple left. So with that said, I'm going to end it. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know there wasn't much to enjoy about it, but if you did, let me know. Drop down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought. Click that like button while you're, click that like button while you're down there. If you're new to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe and click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. And I am for Christmas probably going to get the rest of my quarter books, so these quarter boxes should be exciting for a little bit because we'll have lots and lots of holes to fill out. So with that said, you guys take care. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing you
in the next one.